Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning, everyone. Welcome to AK 111 lecture for victory. In this lecture, I'm going to cover the full cycle of accountings. That is, we are going to do journal entry, ledgers, trial balance, income statement, and balance sheet. Last week, we did discuss about the double entry rule, about debit and credit, increase and decrease effect, as well as how this rule differs between 6 types of accounts. That is assets, liability, equity, revenue, expenses, and drawing. So in this lecture, I'm going to give example, maybe using several example on how we apply the rules. We're going to record the journal, and from the journal, I'm going to post to ledger, and at the end of the month, I'm going to close the accounts. Okay, we're going to use the footing technique, close the accounts, and then transfer to the trial balance. And then from there, we're going to prepare income statement, statement of changes in equity, and balance sheet. Okay, so please be patient. Yeah, we're going to move very slow today. Okay, let us look at this example. Okay, this is the midterm example, midterm questions that were tested before. Yeah, that is on 1st June, Amber Smith opened a legal consultancy firm. So you are given a list of transaction. You are given a list of transaction. Amber invested the sum of money until end on 30th June. Okay. So your task, the first task will be to record the journal entry. But before that, we need to understand what is all this transaction all about. Okay. Can we go to the first one, the first transaction, and June 2nd? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, let me see. This is your June 2nd. This is your June 2nd. Okay, June 2nd. Amber invested 320,000 in the business by depositing cash into a business check account with the Barclays Bank. So what is this transaction all about? These transactions tell us that Amber, the owner of the legal firm, give her money to the business by depositing that money to the business accounts. So what are the effect to the business? We are looking at the business perspective. So now, when the owner of the business, Amber, gave the business a sum of money, there is a big amount of money, $20,000. So the asset will increase. Am I right? So this rule here, if you look at these assets, this is asset, cash is asset. Cash is asset. So when the owner deposited 320,000, so we are going to debit the cash account. We're going to debit the cash accounts. And what is the amount given?
But sorry, excuse me.
Yes?
But cash, it's also capital, right?
The cash is assets, and the amount given is the capital. Yeah? The amount given is capital.
Okay.
Capital can be cash, can be asset, can be land, whatever given by the owner. In this case, the owner give cash. So cash is also the capital. So how much is the capital given? 320,000. So I'm going to credit the capital, and I'm going to debit the cash, because increase in cash and increase in capital. Can you follow me? Yeah? Yes? Cash is asset. So cash increase, we're going to debit, and that amount given is capital. So I'm going to credit my capital account. So this is the only T account you need to know to master the double entry. So what is journal entry? Journal entry is just annotations on what you should debit and credit. So let me share with you the answer. If you are required to prepare the journal entry, first put the date, June 2nd. And then cash DR is for debit, 320,000. And then capital credit, 320,000. Yeah, I repeat again. For the first questions, Amber invested 320,000 by depositing that cash into a business account. Okay. Previously, the legal firm does not have any balance. So when Amber deposited the money, the cash increased. The cash is the asset increased by 320,000. So I'm going to debit here 320,000. Okay. And then the capital, where does the money come from? Is it borrowing, loan, or the capital given by Amber? So the answer is capital given by Amber. So I'm going to credit the capital accounts by 320,000. Yes, capital is amount given by the owner of the business. If you borrow money from the bank, it becomes liability. So this is the example. Yeah. So the journal entry will be debit cash 320,000, credit capital 320,000. Yeah, I can see certain textbook. Yeah, when I studied accounting in Malaysia, so we normally put the debit first. Debit cash 320,000 and put credit capital in 320,000. But we are using the Australian textbook, so the format just put the account a name first, followed by the sign debit or credit and the amount.
Professor,
Yes.
is it compulsory to write CR after capital?
Yes. You must indicate whether this is debit or credit. Some textbook, they put it on the same alignment there. They don't put it here. Some textbook, they just put very nice here, debit and credit. That I just want to make it easy for every one of you. So I'm going to put some indentation here. So cash, put the date. You need to put the date, yeah, because date is important. Cash, the account, what is the action you need to do? You're going to debit 320,000. So the next account will be capital. You don't need the date anymore, and you're going to credit by 320,000. So this is what we call as journal entry. In your midterm, I'm going to ask you to prepare this journal entry. Are you okay with this? Yeah? Okay. So from this journal entry, we're going to record two ledgers or T accounts. Yeah, use T account or ledgers. So, can you save now? What is the next process you're going to do? Debit cash, credit capital. So I'm going to open the cash account. I put the title there, cash. Put the date. Yeah, 2nd June. I'm going to put here 320,000. Put the date there. And where does cash come from? What is the description? So I'm going to put this cash come from capital. So increase in cash. This is increase in cash. Okay, by 320,000. Where does cash come from? It come from capital. So that is the first one, the first account. Okay, and then
Excuse me, sir.
The second account. Yes, Gaspar?
This is called T account, right?
This is called T account. T account, because the shape is like T, am I right? This is T account, yeah? Or
okay, thank you.
Sometimes we call it as ledger as well. Ledger. Yeah? Ledger or T accounts. Okay. So this side is debit and this side is credit. Yeah? Always like that. So the first thing is you are going to debit cash 320,000. So what you need to do, you open your cash account. Just draw one line there and then put one line in the middle, and then you're going to debit. To debit means to write 320,000 on the left side. So 320,000 debit, okay, and then put the date and put the description. This 320,000 come from capital. The first one. The second part is about capital. Capital, you're going to credit. I'm going to record here 320,000 on the credit side. Okay, the date is the same, 2nd June, and this capital is given by the owner in term of cash. The owner, Amber, gave cash 320,000 as capital. Okay, can you follow me? Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? Yes, Alhamdulillah. Should we move to the second example?
Sir, why put capital in cash T account and cash in capital T account?
Okay, that's good. I love the question, Mahnur. Okay, this is very good. Most of the students get confused. Why this professor put capital in the cash accounts? This capital is the description. I'm trying to explain because we know this is money in, am I right? This is money in. So I want to know the story behind that. What is the source of the money? Okay, this 330,000 come from the capital, come from the owner. Yeah. Maybe if you don't put here, if you put cash, it won't help you to explain the source of the money. Where does the money come from? Okay. Later on, you might receive cash, maybe 10,000, but this 10,000 come from your revenue. Or maybe you have another 20,000. This 20,000 come from your loan liability. So this help readers of these T accounts to understand what is the transactions. Do we have to write narrations for journal entry? What is mean narration? Narration is the explanation down here. So for AK111, I'm not forcing you to do that. So it's good for you to just to know what is the debit and credit at the beginning. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Why for capital the minus and plus are inverted, and for cash it's not the same? Why is it like that?
Why is cash on the debit side while capital on the credit side? Am I right? Is that the question, Gaspar?
Yeah, I know it's because plus and the minus are inverted, but why is it like that?
Why? Because that is the way the double entry system was developed. It derived from the extended accounting equations, whereby we rearrange the formula of assets equal to liability and equity, and then come up with different rule on the right and the left sides. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. Hope that answered the question. Yeah, I did explain the history or the origins of this double entry by using the accounting equation last week. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first example. Can you repeat it, please? For this one, I'm confused. Okay, sure. Okay, let me explain again about this. Yeah. No, this. Okay. So in this example, Amber invested 320,000 in the business. Yeah, he's opening a legal firm. So previously, there is zero balance in the bank accounts, in the business bank accounts. When Amber, give 320,000, so the assets or the cash balance increase. So the cash balance or cash in bank, can put cash in bank or just put here cash, will increase. So that is why I debited 320,000. And the capital of Amber also increased because that is the record of amount contributed by Amber, by the owner. So Amber contributed 320,000 in this case. So that's why when I come up with the journal entry, I'm going to debit cash and I'm going to credit capital. So the journal entry will be, put the date first, June 2nd, cash, debit 320,000 and capital credit 320,000. So this is the journal entry. And then from this journal entry, I'm going to post to the T accounts. T accounts. So just transfer here the cash debit 320,000, the capital credit 320,000. But that some information is not enough. We need to put the date. Okay, we received the cash on 2nd June, and this cash come from capital given by the owner. Okay, that's one side. For the capital account, okay, we're going to put the date. The capital was given on 2nd June. What is the form of this capital? This capital is in the form of cash. Let us move to the second example. Okay. On June 3rd, the business, the legal firm paid $3,200 for rent of the office. So when we make payment, what happened? When we paid, what happened to our cash? Our cash will reduce, all right? Our cash will decrease. So this is our asset, cash is assets. I'm going to put here, our cash will reduce. This is your cash. Cash, you're going to credit your cash accounts. And what is rent? Paying rent for the office. What is rental? Is it income or is it expense? So rental is the business expense. So it follow the same rule as cash, but now your expense, this is your rental increase. Your rental increase. Okay, let me repeat again. On June 3rd, the business paid $3,200 for rental expense. So when you make payment, your cash will reduce. Cash is assets, reduce mean credit. Reduce mean credit. I repeat again, when you make payment, your cash will reduce, and you need to credit your accounts. Why? Because reduce in assets is credit. Whereas your rental will increase. Your rental expense will increase. So you need to debit your rental expense. Can you guess what will be the journal entry for this transaction? You're going to debit rent, you're going to credit cash. MashaAllah. Very good. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're all very good. Okay, let me show the answer. The answer will be debit rental expense. Put the date first. Debit rental expense 3,200, and I'm going to credit cash 3,200. Debit rental expense 3,200 and credit cash 3,200.